right, then I believe too. And with that, there's only one thing left to say. Let's rev it up!
Alright guys, welcome back. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys a few replays. Ignore the dev bot. I was just testing consistency, just showing what it can do. Cause I was trying to figure it out. I was trying to figure out a build. I was like, oh, how can I do it? So I tried many different ways. I tried the Sohaya way, where I completely cut some of the utility monsters that are needed. And I don't know, it just seemed way too like situational that way. So I cut Crystal Wing, Herald, Trish, Drill. Like I moved around, and then I was like, wait, it can be really simple. So like I was thinking about it. I was like, because pretty much this is the exact same build. Like the build I'm using here is the one I used to win the LLDS, and that got me the Minerva. So you can still play the deck and make the trio, which is Quasar, BLAZAR, and SYNCHRO Dragon. Like, and all I needed to do was just cut Trish and switch Drill for another jet, and everything is pretty much the same. Like Trish becomes the BLAZAR, I showed the deck list at the end, but like, yeah, it was pretty simple once I refocused and okay, wait, and then I figured it out. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that was pretty simple. So yeah, I'll show the deck list at the end. But like, I've seen a few people been making videos on how to bring it out, but it's like, how do I say it? And a lot of people are saying, like I just watched Team Samurai's video, how he went into he made the triple BLAZAR, and something about just asking the question if level leader should get banned. And I honestly don't think it should get banned, because it's like the OCG and the TCG have a totally different play style. We both formats, they're completely different. Like the decks they use, the decks we use, it depends on like come on, like one thing I've always mentioned is they have Reborn, they have Card of Destruction, and they have Northern Band. Those three cards makes me confident that level leader won't get banned. At worst, it might get like limited to one, but I don't think so, because there's barriers a thing, and it's so easily stopped. It just, people can be a little bit ignorant and not know, like, okay, I don't want to side against that because I don't think people are gonna play it. But then you find out, oh yeah, you end up playing it, and then you're like, okay, so how do I side against it? It's easy, man. Just hand traps kill the deck. So I don't see why they would ban something that's so easily sided for. A simple DD Crow can just completely stop you, but then it has to be balanced as well. It has to be fair to where you need to draw it too. Like you don't want to just lose to a DD Crow and like just lose to a simple card. Like, yeah, it has to be fair as well. Like you have an out for it, but like you don't want to just completely be stopped by that certain card, because that'd just be like, it'll be like, I don't know, it seems like it's one-sided, but it's not, because you can easily side for it. Veiler, Drolog Bird, all the hand traps, man, like all the hand traps. I mean, of course, majority of the people are so used to just having a linear format where it's the top 3 decks or top 2 decks, and all they have to focus on is just those 2 decks. They don't gotta worry about anything else. And some people prefer that. Some people classify that as more skillful. To a point, that is true, because you're playing the exact same deck, so you would have to like bluff each other out and anticipate, and but when you get like this format, when you get a variety of decks that are just able to be played, you're like, oh damn, what do I do? Like, what do I prioritize? Like, do I side for this one, but I don't want to oversight for this one? So it makes it like like it's like what do you do? That most people get uncomfortable because they want to do good. They're so confident in how they play against the mirror mats. They're confident in a certain matchup. They're confident, but then they're like, but wait, there's all these decks that people can play still. Like, so that's a bit like, I don't know. I'll go ahead and put the deck list now. Hang on. Okay, so here's the deck list. But yeah, like some people, they're so just like they're used to having their side deck specifically for like 2-3 decks, and that's pretty easy to juggle. Like you kind of have an idea of okay, for like you know what you gotta do pretty much. Okay, straight to the point. This is for that. This is for that. This is for that, and like so on. But when there's like more than like there's like a variety of decks that can do well, it just makes it more complicated because they have to prioritize. Like, okay, so metaphors, I don't really struggle against that, but I don't want to like not side for it. So they're like being tugged like back and forth whether to side for it heavy or not. Like it just, I don't know. I just don't think it should be. I mean, of course, if you look at it, I'm kind of being biased because I'm playing the deck, but it's still, you have to be, you can't be ignorant. Like you gotta understand that you could side against it, and it's so easily side against. Like Max sees a thing, like so many things you can side against it. If you're so scared of it, you can just side against it. And if this deck was like, if it ever got like picked up popularity to the point where you see it every single time at a top tournament or like a major tournament, of course you decide for it, but you don't. You mainly have it at your locals. You have it like little tournaments. You have them because people like they enjoy playing it, and I think that's where most people get a bit like, oh damn, because you don't really see it like a big tournament. Because like at the end of the day, it's a difficult deck to play. Of course, you know the basic combos, but what do you do when you don't? What do you do when you don't open up the straightforward Armageddon Knight and Gofu, like and like what if like there's so many scenarios that can go wrong. It's so fragile going second, so you have to really think about your side deck and really consider every possible outcome. Because if you don't have every base covered with this deck, especially with a non-meta deck, because like a meta deck, a top tier deck, people are allowed to make mistakes because it's a meta deck. It's a top tier. It's that consistent to where you're allowed to make a few mistakes because that's how good it is. That's why it's a top tier deck. It's a meta deck. Whereas this deck, you kind of have to be really specific. You just have to know it inside out if you want to do like good with it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You saw how I brought it out. It's possible. So if you built the deck already, then you just switch out the Trish and the Drill. And the Omega, yeah, the Omega was meant here too. So pretty much I switched Trish and Omega and a Drill. So you just switch it for this, and you're good. And then play as you normally would. Just you kind of have to pay attention a little more, because you don't wanna like I mean, you still have the option to go Herald and Crystal, which is what I wanted to do. I don't want to lose utilities, because at first I tried like Sohaya, and I was playing 2 of these and 2 Sohayas, and I cut Crystal, I cut Herald. And it just seemed like, okay, if they stopped that, then I don't know. It seemed a little bit too out there. Like it was a bit too much. like I understand of having fun. Like you wanna, but then you also have some reason as well. You can understand that, okay, that's a little bit too situational. Like you can afford to have a couple situational cards, because this entire deck is a situational deck. You have to have the right combination of cards to make it flow properly. You have to draw it into whatever it is. Like let's say you need a tuning, but what if you draw like triple twin twister? Like in essence, sucks. So you gotta keep that in mind as well. And yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I gotta make some more videos. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and yeah, give a like. Thank you for watching.